Welcome to this edition of the Sports Beat Show, where we focus on our local sports teams and coaches. We discuss everything related to sports, from college football to the Olympics, and from Little League to the Major Leaguers. This is the Sports Beat Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the Sports Beat Show. Eric Horton coming to you pre-recorded from another place in the great state of Texas. Hint, I'm wearing purple, and there's a T inside that Texas. So if you want to look that up, you go right ahead. But anyway, we had to end up pre-recording this one because I am out of town technically today when you see this, which is Friday. So, anyway, we're going to still have some fun no matter what happens with all this and everything like that. So we're excited about bringing you the show today. There's a couple things we want to talk about and put out there and everything like that. There's some new rankings, of course. The preseason rankings have come out for TABC in high school basketball, girls and boys, and of course the private schools as well. Then there is perhaps maybe some controversy with the way the AP is polling the SEC and all that they're doing. It doesn't quite make sense in some of this, but we're going to get to that because I think it'd be interesting to talk about, interesting for you to talk about as well. If y'all want to comment later on Facebook and all that fun stuff like that. So anyway, but first we're going to take a quick trip. First, we're going to take a quick look at the weather in Brownfield and around Terry County as well. Right now, my app says it is 62 degrees and sunny right now in Brownfield. Like I said, this is pre-recorded, but that's what it says it's supposed to be. So I'm sure it's about 62 degrees right now in Brownfield. But today's high is going to be 88 degrees. It's going to be kind of warm today. No chance of rain, of course. Saturday, 83. Sunday, we're going to fall down to 76 degrees. And then Monday, back into the low 90s. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it is what it is. And then on Tuesday, back to 75, and then in the 80s and high 70s for the rest of next week. So anyway, but again, excited about everything that is going on this evening. Everybody knows that Brownfield football is off. They are getting rested for district action for next week. Now, unlike Brownfield, Meadow and Wellman Union do have games tonight, and they're going to be at home, each of their homes. Meadow will be taking on number 7 Borden County, and Wellman Union will be taking on number 6 Whiteface. So they have a gauntlet and a tough time ahead of them, but anything is possible. Anything is possible. So we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we are going to talk sports. So we'll be right back after this quick little break.
Sonic brings fans the Sonic Smasher because you deserve a burger with 2 hand-smashed Angus beef patties, always made to order, served hot off the grill. Just like you deserve a veteran QB who's willing to mentor the rookie, a generational receiver who promises to never get traded, injured, or retire early, and a coach who respects your armchair play calling every single play. While we can't give you everything you deserve, we can give you a free large drink when you order a Sonic Smasher through the Sonic app.
Tax not included. See app for details. Limited time offer at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Brownfield ISD continues to be a place of cutting-edge education. Brownfield ISD offers expanded college and career readiness pathways with free college courses and entrance exams. Our classes are built for the future of our students with small class sizes and advanced curriculum for students and teachers in grades K through 12. We have a successful athletic program, an award-winning band, and other great extracurricular programs. With the passage of a $40 million bond, Brownfield ISD has new and exciting things coming. Brownfield ISD has big city programs with a small town feel. And at Brownfield ISD, we want you to see us rise.
The folks at Lintigar Electric Cooperative work hard to meet your needs as consumer owners and the needs of your community too. Their business is to provide electric service as reliably and economically as possible. But the bottom line, the foundation of their day-to-day work, is the satisfaction of their co-op member owners and their colleagues and business associates. So please share your ideas and thoughts with the folks at Lintigar, because if you're not satisfied, they're not satisfied. Lintigar Electric Cooperative, owned and operated by those we serve.
Need faster internet? Pocalambro has you covered. Right now, when you sign up for high-speed internet, you'll get free managed Wi-Fi for a whole year, a $155 savings. That's right, no Wi-Fi fees until next fall. But don't wait. This limited time offer ends September 30th. Visit Poca.com or call us today. Pocalambro, powering connections in your hometown.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Thank you for staying in tune. Is that the right? Stay in tune? Whatever, something like that. But again, I'm not in my normal spot, which is fine. We are going to get an opportunity to visit with my youngest child and her fiance and everything like that. And of course, like I said, I'm in a place where purple is bled, but also blue and gold as well. The high school football team in this town is pretty talented also, and so is this school also. Anyway, but before we move on, I wanted to first talk about something. No, I'm going to wait till the end on this one right here. But right now, when we're looking at high school football and everything like that, we are in the midst of we're getting towards the end. There's technically 4 weeks left of football, 3 weeks for Brownfield before they go into the playoffs. Looking at them as far as they do have an opportunity to. It's a new season next week. All right. So, next week they take on Denver City at Denver City, and then the next week after that they take on at home on Halloween night La Mesa, and then they travel over to Kermit on that first Friday night in Kermit. So there's that, but they do need some much needed rest. Coach Johnson has really been taking this team to the next level. I know that may sound kind of weird saying that because they have lost every game or whatever the issue is. And I want to say this, and I always want to reiterate this. Sometimes it takes time to build a team to where it needs to be, a program where it needs to be. And we're really hoping and praying that Coach Johnson will see this through for years to come. And because there is a junior high squad coming up that's really, really good. And so we don't want to lose focus on them either. So hopefully that'll take place as well. Speaking of high school football, of course, again tonight the Meadow Broncos will take on number 7 Borden County Coyotes at 7:30 there in Meadow. Meadow is 0-1. They're 6-1 on the season. One silver lining, I guess, about Meadow is that they are going to have a winning season when it's all said and done, which is exciting. I think it's exciting. I'm glad that they're going to do that. One of the problems where I wrote yesterday, one thing is for sure in six-man football, the injury of a single player can make a significant difference. However, when 3 of your starters are injured, it can ruin the season, the whole season. And that is what has happened to Meadow. 3 of their starters are out. 1 is a season-ending injury for one of the players. 2 will be out against number 7 Borden County, and that's tough. That's tough. Coach Jackson has been very transparent about things, and he is optimistic, and he should be optimistic, and you never know. This is why you play the game. Go out there. These other kids that got to step up, these other players need to step up and fill in the gaps of these 3 others and just do some damage tonight there in Meadow, and just really get the community to rally and see if we can get an upset tonight out there in Meadow. Wellman Union, of course, Wildcats, they are also 0-1. They're 1-6 on the season, and they are going up against number 6 Whiteface. Whiteface did not start district last week. There's 5 teams in that district, in District 3, 1A Division 1. And with that, they haven't had a district win yet or a district loss. Their bye was last week, but they are 4-2 on the season. And so the Wildcats, they did have a tough loss last week against Borden County. Borden County's who beat them. But I want to say this, though. It's important to recognize the hard work that Coach Labate and his team have put in this season. The majority, I think all but 2 games, they have gone through all 4 quarters. And last year that wasn't the case. Certainly wasn't the year before that or the year before that, where they didn't have very many games that they went all 4 quarters because of the 45-point mercy rule that was applied to them in some of those games. The one thing about this team is that they are optimistic. It is a good group of boys. They are out there. They're willing. They're ready. They're hungry. Both teams, actually, Meadow and Wellman, are hungry. Wellman Union, are hungry for wins and things like that. So right now the district standings is Borden County and O'Donnell at the top. Of course, Whiteface is in the middle because they hadn't even played a game yet, and of course Meadow Wellman Union at the bottom there. Something else about 6-man football, unlike 6A to 2A, even in the divisions that are already split off from 5A down to 2A, they take 4 teams. In 6-man football, they don't take 4 teams. They just take 2. So, it's kind of that old style football where you have to, every time you play a game in district, it means a lot more than not. So, but anyway, we've got some current rankings in high school football that in Region 1, I always look at Region 1 from 6A down to 2A, and then of course 1A, I do Region 1 and Region 2 because a lot of those schools that are in Region 2 are in the West Texas area, what we call east of the I-35 corridor. Actually, most of them are east, and a lot of them are not east, west of I-35, but a lot of them are also west of Abilene, and that's what we consider West Texas. Anyway, Class 6A, you have Southlake in Region 1. It's number 1. Allen is number 2. Prosper's number 7. Louisville is number 11. North Crowley, number 13. Number 14, Denton Guyer. And then, of course, in 5A Division 1, Aledo, of course, is number 1. They will most likely win the state title this year, and they will most likely end up playing in the regional finals against their district rival, Denton Ryan, who they beat the other night, a couple weeks ago. And they're already in district. They've been in district for quite a while now. They have 9 teams in that district, and so you get two games that you play outside of district, and then you just automatically jump in there. And so anyway, Aledo is number 1, and Denton Ryan is number 5 on the season in Region 1. In Class 5A Division 2, Argyle, number 5. Prosper, Walnut Grove is number 7. Melissa is number 8, and Anna is number 10. Of course, a few years ago, Anna won the state championship, and actually, kind of a quick little note, this is the 3rd year for the head football coach at Lamesa. He was the defensive coordinator for Anna when they won their state title. So there's a little bit of there. It has to do with that. In Class 4A Division I, Stephenville, home of the Yellow Jackets. The Ville is what some of them call it around here. They have a brand new football stadium, gorgeous football stadium named after Art Briles. But they are number 2 in the state, right under Salina. Of course, they're Region 1. Salina's not a Region 2. Then there is Canyon West Plains, or West Plains, I would say it. They're number 4 in the state. And then Class 4A Division II, Brock. No one likes to hear the word Brock. I know you don't, but they moved up to 4A, so they're out of the 3A ranks. Thank God. And anyway, they're sitting at number 3, and Midland Greenwood is sitting at number 4. So the region in Class 4A and both divisions is really wide open, other than these 4 teams, the 2 in D1 and the 2 in D2. So we'll see. Seminole has an opportunity to make some noise. Estacado they can make some noise. Canyon, Randall can also make some noise out there as well. We're going to see what happens, though. In Class 3A, Paradise is number 2 in the state. Number 7 is Jim Ned. Shallowater fell out of the top 10 as of recent, and they haven't gotten back in. They might. We don't know what's going to happen. There's still a few more weeks left. There are also, that district up in the north is off this week, except for Amarillo River Road. They decided to take their bye at a different time, and so they're playing Guymon, Oklahoma this weekend. In Class 3A Division II, Wall is number 2, and Canadian is number 8. In Class 2A D1, Panhandle, Ozona, Panhandle is number 3, Ozona is number 6, West Texas, which is Stinnett, West Texas, which is north of Borger, and which is actually north of Panhandle. They are number 7, and then number 9 is New Home. They finally cracked the top 10 this year. In Class 2A Division II, there is only one team from Region 1, and that's number 10, Stratford, is what it is. And so, and then of course in Class A D1, in Dave Campbell's, Water Valley is from Region 2, they're number 2. Robert Lee is from Region 2, they're number 5. Whiteface and Borden County, 6 and 7 respectively in Region 1, and then Westbrook in Region 2 is number 8. And then in Division 2, Jayton still holds the number 1 spot. They've held the number 1 spot all season. Of course, Gordon has 2 in D1, but Jayton has not missed a beat, and I don't see both Gordon and Jayton losing at all this season. I just don't. I don't. But Jayton is in Region 2, but they are number 1 in the state. And again, like I said, Jayton is closer to Lubbock than it is actually Abilene. But the way UIL breaks, divides these teams up in D1 and D2, you only have 14 or 4 districts in a region, and I don't particularly like all that, but no one ever asked Eric Horton, so that's fine. Number 2 is Klondike in D2. They are in Region 1. Benjamin is number 4. They are in Region 2. Whitharrell, good old Whitharrell, which is right north of us from Brownfield. They are number 5. Miami, not Miami, even though it's spelt Miami, but it's pronounced Miami. They are number 7. Aspermont is number 8. They're in Region 2. And then there's Paducah and Motley County, 9 and 10. They're in Region 1. And that deals with those guys right there. As far as that is concerned. So a good little break for the Brownfield Cubs this weekend, which is a wonderful thing. The Lady Cubs, when it comes to volleyball, excuse me right fast here, let me get a drink. I don't know if you can see it, got a little smiley face on there. But anyway, the Brownfield Lady Cubs, of course, they're in the midst of volleyball right now, and they are, it shows them to be 2-5 in district play. let me see here. Yes, they took a tough loss at home against Crane. And the way this is shaping up right now is it looks like granted, there are upsets out there, and the Lady Cubs can do that. They do go to Coahoma this Saturday to play Coahoma. They can upset them there and get that win under their belt. Of course, they've already beat Lamesa, and that'll be away on next Tuesday. And then next Saturday is the last district game against Compass Academy out of Odessa, and that's going to be at home. And they really need to win 2 of these last 3 games to not have a tie with Crane in district. So, because Crane has obviously done what they are now 3-4 in district action, whereas the Lady Cubs are not. Unfortunately, they are 2-5 right now. But hey, anything is possible out there. And of course, speaking of volleyball as well, the Lady Wildcats, the Lady Cats from Wellman Union, those girls are doing okay. They're doing well. They are right now, I believe they are 4-2 in district action. They did lose to Klondike Tuesday night. It was at a home game. Klondike, those girls are just always good in volleyball. They're pretty decent at basketball too, but so that's where they stand right there. Right now they're 4-2. They got 2 more games left in district action. That's Grady and Wilson, and so they take care of those 2, which they have already in the first round of district. They took care of them pretty good. They should go out as the number 2 seed in the playoffs, and that's something else to consider as well. Again, 1A is different than from 2A and 6A when it comes to these types of things like this. And one of the reasons for it is, I guess, because they're just such smaller schools and they just don't like to do certain things, I guess. But when it comes to the playoffs, they do not divide up. 1A does not divide up in volleyball, D1 and D2, when they go to the playoffs. They just don't. They stay in regions, and they fight each other off as much as they possibly can. And there's only 3 teams. There's only 3 teams that go to the playoffs in volleyball in Class A. A lot of it has to do with there's not as many 1A schools that have volleyball, but they're starting to get there, and that's a big treat for that kind of a thing. So anyway, that is going to wrap up what's going on locally in sports and everything like that. Hopefully we'll get some wins this week, okay? We're looking for wins tomorrow night with Meadow and Wellman Union. They're going to be tough wins, but I have faith. I have faith that they can do it, and I hope you have faith that they can do it as well. And then, of course, again, the Brownfield Cubs, they are taking some time off right now. They're getting their bye and everything like that. One thing that is about to happen, though, is, I don't know if you heard that or not. It was weird, wasn't it? Anyway, is the the preseason rankings, basketball rankings from TABC. They have come out, and unfortunately, the Brownfield Cubs are not in the top 25, and that's fine. They will probably most likely get there before you know it. But in girls in Region 1, in 6A, Fort Worth Boswell is number 1 preseason. North Crowley is number 4. Plano East number 8. Number 10 Friendship. Number 12 Denton Guyer. Number 13 Denton Braswell. Number 18 South Grand Prairie, and number 20 Flower Mound. is in there. In 5A, Denton Guyer. All the Denton schools, I guess, are good in girls basketball. They are number 1. Number 2 is Lubbock Monterey. Even without Miss Chavez being there, they are at number 2. Argyle's number 4. Amarillo High, number 9. Mansfield, number 10. Amarillo Tascosa is number 11, and Abilene Wiley is number 16. In 4A girls, Decatur is number 2. Canyon, of course, they're always going to be in the top 5, and they are. They're number 4 right now in the preseason polls. Brock, number 10. Burke Burnett, number 16. Seminole, 17. And Bridgeport, number 18. Now to the 3A ranks. Jim Ned is number 3. And of course, again, these are all Region 1 schools. Idalou, number 6. Canadian, number 9. Shallowater, 18. Dalhart, 20. Comanche, 21. Wall, 22. Coahoma, 23. And Clyde, number 25. Now, there you see Coahoma, which is in our district, in our girls' district, so it's going to be tough. District's going to be tough no matter what. Class 2A, Farwell, number 3. Panhandle, number 5. New Home, number 11. Clarendon, number 12. Whiteface is number 15. That's right, I said 2A. They play 6-man football, but they're 2A. It's what the UIO rules suggest. Roscoe, number 19. Ozona, number 20. Stratford, number 21. And Spearman, number 24. And then in the Class A ranks, Nazareth Naz is number 1 in the state. It's typical. That's the majority of the times it happens. Eula, which is in Region 2, is number 3. And then we get back to Region 1, Borden County, number 7. Chayton, number 9. Whit-Harrell, number 10. And that Whit-Harrell is in the district with Meadow and Wellman Union. Spur is number 11. Erie County is number 12. They're out of Region 2. Texline is number 13. Hermleigh is number 15. They're out of Region 2. Valley, number 17. Garden City, number 19, out of Region 2. And then, of course, Sands, number 23 in the state. In the boys' side of things here, North Crowley in Class 6A is number 2. Allen is number 7. Denton Guyer is number 9. Mansfield Lake Ridge, number 11. I've been by that school before, and that thing's like the Taj Mahal. Just saying, it's a big school. Of course, Allen is too. It's the largest school in the state of Texas in public schools, public high schools. It's like 7,000 students. It's crazy. It's nuts. Anyway, Little Elm is number 14. Arlington Martin, number 16. And Odessa Permian, finally kind of get out here in West Texas. They are number 25. In 5A, Birdville, number 3. Mansfield Timberview, another nice school, is number 7. Mansfield Summit, just the word Summit makes it sound cool. It's a nice school also. Number 13. Amarillo High, number 15. Denton, number 22. And Palo Duro out of Amarillo is number 24. In Class 4A, Estacado is sitting at number 3. Crum at number 10. Randall at number 14. Brock at 15. Number 18 is Burke Burnett, and then number 23 is West Plains. So that's going to be a big district there with West Plains and Randall in that district. In Class 3A, Iowa Park is the first Region 1 team that is even listed, and they're number 9. Shallowater's number 12. City View, which is out of Wichita Falls, or closest to Wichita Falls, is number 17. Jim Ned is 22, and Peaster, I always love saying that name. Peaster is number 23. In Class 2A, Ropes is number 4. New Home is number 9. Abernathy, number 11. Groover, number 13. Olton, number 20. And Plains at number 23. And then in Class A, Jayden boys. Yes, you heard that right. They are number 1 in the state right now in preseason. They are in Region 2 in Class 2A, Class 1A. Texline is at number 3. Whit-Harrell, again, number 9. They are in the district with Meadow and Wellman Union. Lorenzo, number 14. Water Valley, number 15. That's a bigger school. They're kind of like Whiteface. They probably still should be a 2A school, but whatever. I digress on that. Number 16 is Monday, home of the Moguls, by the way. They're in Region 2. Number 18 is Naz. Number 19 is Wildorado. Number 21, McLean. Number 22, Robert Lee. And then, of course, number 25, Benjamin. They are Region 2. So anyway, all right, that's going to wrap up this first section of the Sports Beat Show. When we come back, we're going to talk some Texas Tech football and have a little thing I want to read to everybody through Outkick.com. So we'll be right back after this We'll be right back after this quick break.
Experience ultimate comfort with BNS Heating and Air Conditioning, where you can always count on us for fast service that keeps you cozy year-round. We make upgrading your system easy and affordable with free estimates, flexible financing options, and cutting-edge, energy-efficient Trane products that deliver long-term savings. If you want to cut through all the BS, call 80663-60050 or visit www.bnsheatingandair.com now to secure your appointment and take the first step towards a more comfortable home.
At Sundown State Bank, there's nothing more important than people we serve. Dedicated to community development and involvement, our roots are in Texas, and we're proud of it. With 5 branches across West Texas in Brownfield, Denver City, Levelland, Sundown, and Wall, we are positioned to serve rural communities with excellent rates, personalized service, and trustworthy banking. Explore our banking services at sundownsb.com. Sundown State Bank, your choice for local banking.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're hauling tools and equipment to a job site or your family to a weekend getaway, count on the lineup of versatile, hard-working Ford trucks and vans to get the job done. Their rugged capability, outstanding performance, and legendary dependability earn them the label of Built Ford Tough. Find your Ford truck or van at Brownfield Ford, located at 1708 Lubbock Road in Brownfield, and go to www.brownfieldautomotive.com to check out their inventory.
45% of people put off buying life insurance, according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of illness or a tragic accident. Call me, your local Farmers Insurance agent, Judy Bessler, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Judy Bessler at 806-637-6461.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by LIMRA and Life Happens in 2021.
Terry County Veterinary Hospital is your first stop for your animal's well-being. Dr. Jim Ridenauer and staff are committed to keeping your pets and animals healthy and happy. Terry County Vet provides quality medical care for all animals, large and small. We want to make sure your pets, livestock, or show projects are taken care of. Whether it be through maintenance or emergencies, Terry County Vet Hospital is there for you and your animal. Call 806-585-6363 to set up an appointment or stop by their location on the Lubbock Highway between Brownfield and Meadow.
All right, folks, we are back here on the Sports Beat Show. A little bit of Texas Tech football to talk about right fast. Number one, they are in, they're tied for first place with BYU and actually Cincinnati. I guess in conference they're all 3-3-0. Cincinnati does have one loss. BYU, the only reason why they're above Texas Tech in the list is because they're both 6-0, but BYU starts with a B, not a T, so it's alphabetical order. But anyway, I digress on that. But that is BYU, of course, and Texas Tech are tied for first. Cincinnati kind of get in there with the somewhat second place. Utah is definitely in number 4. Arizona 5. And this is going off their total wins and loss records, by the way. Houston, I say that Houston they're 5-1. I don't know why they're not above Arizona State. Anyway, Houston is sitting at number, I guess that would be number 6. Baylor, number 7. Iowa State, number 8. Kansas, number 9. Kind of interesting the other day, wasn't it? Come to find out, the coach at Kansas lied about a pocket knife being thrown from the people, the student section. Okay, whatever. Arizona Wildcats, they are sitting in, Kansas State is one. I'm going to have to blow this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're set at number 10 on the season. They also right now have a losing record at 3-4. Arizona Wildcats, they're sitting at 1-2 in conference, 4-2 in all around. TCU would be at number 12, Colorado at number 13, UCF at 14, West Virginia at 15, and Oklahoma State at number 16. That one right there has gotten me crazy. Not sure exactly what that's going to be all about and everything like that. So anyway, we'll get to some of the schedules here in just a little bit because it's not even going to show it, is it? I figured it would show the schedules here. That's okay. But anyway, we'll get to the schedules here in a minute when we do our picks here in just a moment. But anyway, Texas Tech Red Raiders will take on the Arizona State Red Devils. It will be at Mountain America Stadium, which is a 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 2 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Not sure what that means right there. I thought we were a 2 a.m. or a 2 p.m. game. I think that's correct. So anyway, Texas Tech 6-0, 3-0 in the Big 12 will take its undefeated record into another marquee 12 matchup this Saturday as the number 7 Red Raiders travel to face Arizona State, who is 4-2 and 2-1 in the Big 12 in Tempe, Arizona, local time in Arizona. Red Raiders are one of 11 undefeated teams remaining in college football and are the lone FBS school that has not trailed in a game heading into their 6th all-time meetings with the Sun Devils. Pretty cool. So Texas Tech is coming off a 42-17 victory over Kansas, improving to 3-0 in Big 12 play, and it marked the 6th win by 24 or more points this season as the Red Raiders lead the FBS in points differential. The whole FBS, 35-3. That's what it is. It is what it is. So that's pretty good. So the Red Raiders are looking for their first a 7-0 start since the third time since joining the Big 12 in 1996. This is the 7th time in school history the Red Raiders have opened with a 6-0 record or better, and the first time since 2013 that Texas Tech rolled off 7 consecutive wins to open the Cliff Kingsbury era. The 4 previous seasons with the 7-0 start, the Red Raiders have gone on to win at least 10 games in all but one of those, which was that of 2013, as Tech proceeds to drop its next 5 games. I remember that, and that was awful. That was a sad deal. Very sad deal. Anyway, so numbers to note. 1, Texas Tech is the only team in the country not to trail in a game all season. That's amazing. Texas Tech Red Raiders are also the national leader with an average of scoring margin of plus 35-3. 9, Texas Tech set a single game record with 9 sacks in its win over Kansas, breaking the previous mark of 8 that was set in 1993 win against SMU. 30, Joey McGuire will be looking for his 30th win of his tenure Saturday, which would make him the quickest to hit that mark in 46 games since Jim Carlin from 1970 to 1974. 48, Texas Tech enters this weekend in the FBS leader with 48 offensive plays from scrimmage that have gone for 20 or more yards, including 31 through the air. It's pretty good. 212. Texas Tech has outscored opponents by 212 points this season as the Red Raiders rank 2nd in FBS with an average margin win of 35.3 points per game. So, needless to say, this is the game, and it's going to be a tough game. I have said this from the onset of the season. before the season ever even started, way before preseason rankings had ever come out. My prediction is that Texas Tech will go 11-1 on the season, regular season. They will make it to the Big 12 championship game, but the one loss will come to Arizona State. And I hope I'm wrong about that whole issue. I really do. I don't think that's going to be the case. I have a bad feeling this is going to be one of those letdown games, and those things happen. Sometimes those things happen, and I could be wrong. We'll see. We will find out Saturday at the end of that buzzer, and hopefully I am wrong. I want to be wrong. Certainly want to be wrong on that end. And so, moving on right fast. So, we are now getting into the meat of the polls as far as like the SEC having. In fact, let me look that up right fast here, because I think that I want to show this to y'all, or read this to y'all if I can, right quickly. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 25 teams in the AP Top 25, in the SEC, in the AP Top 25. In the coaches poll, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. Oh, you know what? They have 10 also on the AP. I'm sorry, I missed Texas over there. My bad. Not really. I don't care. Texas, who cares? Anyway, so 10, more than not more than half technically, but because there's got to be 12.5 teams to be half or more. 13 would be more than half, but certainly a large percentage of the AP poll and the coaches poll has an SEC team in there. So this is where I want to read this article from Outkick. From Ian Miller. It was published 2 days ago, and it says, problem with the AP Top 25 poll just keeps getting worse. The Associated Press Top 25 poll continues to be a mess, and given its importance in the college football world, it needs, that's in my way, it needs a dramatic overhaul and quickly. We're only a few weeks into the 2025 regular season, and already there are plenty of examples of poll voters heavily impacting the current rankings, future rankings, and how strength of schedule and resume arguments play out over the next rest of the season, and it's only getting worse as the season rolls on. It started with the preseason poll, which as always was a mess, with several teams highly overrated and some very much underrated, mostly based on brand names and an over-reliance on results from 2024 and lack of awareness. Pretty good. It's accelerated through the first part of the year. Just last week, one voter in the AP poll submitted an incoherent set of rankings and then shrugged it off as fun to see people debate over it. But week 3 provided even more examples of how poor rankings can heavily impact the college football playoff, even if the poll isn't directly related. One of the best examples of what a poor job the AP poll has done thus far is the LSU Tigers. LSU entered the preseason as the number 9 team in the country, which was a little optimistic relatively to more analytically minded models, but good enough. But then they moved up to number 3, thanks to a weak win over then number 4 Clemson, which we know what happened there. Here's the problem. It's obviously that Clemson was extremely overrated at number 4, and the Tigers are 1-2 with an unimpressive win over the Troy Trojans and the LSU loss and a week 3 defeat to Georgia Tech on their resume. What that should tell you, voters, is that LSU's win over Clemson, instead of being treated like one of the best wins of the year, should instead be viewed as a win over, say, the 30th best team in the country. But because LSU moved up to number 3, voters won't move them down as their season becomes less impressive, and it has been much less impressive. The Tigers struggled to dominate over an overmatched Louisiana Tech, scoring just 23 points, and then their offense was once again middling against the Florida Gators. They picked up just 10 first downs and scored just one offensive touchdown in that game. And we all know the Florida Gators are not that good. In a reasonable poll, LSU would be dropped behind more impressive teams like, say, the Oregon Ducks. Instead, they've remained at 3 and even received first-place votes because of a win over Clemson that matters much less than it has appeared to. Another way of demonstrating this issue of the AP poll is by comparing it to a much more accurate method of assessing team strength, SP+. SP+ household housed at ESPN is a predictive tool similar to how Las Vegas and betting sites rank teams. That takes into account efficiency on offense, defense, and special teams, and also adjusts for opponents. So, for example, it's how good were you at stopping successful plays on defense? How good were you creating successful plays on offense? It takes out the brand name and all that bias and lack of adjustment that humans struggle with, because that is the truth. People know the SEC. They always want to chalk it up to Alabama, Georgia, LSU, even Texas now, Oklahoma. But also the same way in the Big Ten, Michigan, the Ohio State, Penn State, which, by the way, oh my gosh, have they fallen from grace. So here are huge disparities already between the two. Here's a list of the biggest variances. USC number 9 SP Plus versus number 25 AP, 16 points higher in the SP Plus. Okay, they only have one loss. They only have one loss of the season. Why are they at number 25? And believe you me, I can't stand USC. Lincoln Riley, I still think he made the mistake of going from Oklahoma over there, because a couple of more slip-ups, he's out the door. LSU number 17 in the SP Plus poll versus number 3 in the AP poll. The SP Plus is 14 lower. Texas A&M number 21 in the SP versus number 10 in the AP, 10 points lower. Now, I tend to believe that A&M is the real deal, but I am a little biased. See, that's where this bias comes in. So, anyway, Miami, number 10 in the SP poll versus number 4 in the AP poll. Okay, so let me see if I can find this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this or not, because this was a really interesting thing to look at. Let me see if I can find this here. Well, maybe I can't do it. I guess it's just not going to be on there. But there's the other poll. There's another poll that is out there that takes in account of all the things. It is a computer poll, but that poll right now, as of right now, shows Texas Tech the number 1 team in the nation. And that goes by strength of schedule. It goes by offense, defense, special teams. Everything is involved in this poll. And it gives you this idea of, okay, well, so Texas Tech beat this team. Well, this team beat so-and-so who was good at this point in time, and so on and so forth, etc. So yes, the AP poll is a joke. And it's because there's too much bias inside that thing. They are now completely seeing the difference of what NIL can do for teams like Texas Tech, teams like Indiana. Okay, no one ever thought Indiana would be this high up in the polls, but they are. They're doing a pretty darn good job. And it's because they decided to go with the flow and figure this NIL thing out and figure the transfer portal thing out. That's what they did. That's what Texas Tech has done. Unlike Oklahoma State, where Coach Gundy has been fired, he decided that he didn't want to deal with the NIL, didn't want to deal with the transfer portal because he's old school. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, per se. But he's fired. Penn State, coach is fired. went 3-3 already. There's losses there that they shouldn't have had. Made no sense. But again, it goes back to this NIL and the transfer portal ideas. Look at these young men that want to go somewhere. Now, I think that the transfer portal should not be open until after the national championship game. And I think that your players who have played all season, I know you can't force people to do things, but it would be nice if all your players that played for your team all season long would stay and play in a bowl game. No matter if you're 7-5 or 6-6, 8-4, whatever it is, play. I think that's the right thing to do. So, anyway, that's my take on it. All right, next up is picks of the week.
Pick'ems of the Week is sponsored by Adventure Marketing. Adventure Marketing is here to help you create the right brand image for your business with custom marketing materials, including website creation, graphic design, and more. Adventure Marketing is a full-service marketing agency. For more information, go to ad-venturemarketing.com. Now it's time for the Pick'ems of the Week.
Pick'ems, actually, is what it would be called. Sorry, guys. So we're going to go here right fast, and we are going to go to here in we have not Borden County. We have Meadow over Borden County. We have Wellman Union over Whiteface. Another game that is out there that should be talked about is the Midland Lee versus Friendship. I have picked Midland Lee over Friendship in this game. It's going to be a good game. I'm sure it will be. And then here's another game up at the Panhandle is the Panhandle Panthers against the Stinnett West Texas Comanches. And are they the Comanches? I think they are the Comanches. Anyway, West Texas has all of a sudden just popped up out of nowhere. They're 6-0 in the season. They have a combined total points they have both scored in 12 games, like 684 points. And they're pretty much almost evenly split on that. And so that means they're averaging like 57 points a game each team. That's going to be a good game this week, but I got Panhandle on that one. Now, on to the college ranks here. I have Houston over Arizona. I have TCU over Baylor. I have here's the good one. BYU versus Utah. I have BYU over Utah. The Storm and Mormons over Utah. Of course, it's at BYU. It's hard to play at BYU. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and pick Texas. No, I'm going to pick Arizona State because I believe that that's what's going to happen. My heart says no. Don't do it because you're a traitor, but this is business, folks, right? So anyway, I do believe that Texas Tech will lose to Arizona State this weekend. In the SEC, I'm trying to find some good games. There's really not a lot of good games this week. I don't think there is. You do have LSU at number 10 LSU now. They are now number 10 now. LSU at number 17 Vanderbilt. I'm going to go with LSU on this one. And then, of course, number 11 Tennessee at number 6 Alabama. I think the Vols go in there and upset them. Here's another good game of the week right here. This one's a huge one. Number 5 Ole Miss at number 9 Georgia. I think Lane Kiffin's going to get this one. So I'm going with Ole Miss on that particular setup right there. There is not really a big matchup in the Big Ten other than USC going up against independent Notre Dame, and it's at Notre Dame, and I think that Notre Dame will take this one, and because it's at home. I don't think USC can be able to hold it and do it, so prove me wrong, and they might, but anyway, so that is what it is. On the Division I football championship series, the United Athletic Conference, which Tarleton State University is in, they are number 3 in the nation right now in FCS. under North Dakota State and South Dakota State. I believe that is who that is. I believe that's the rankings, who it is. It's kind of a, you kind of have to just, yeah, it is North Dakota State and South Dakota State, and then it's Tarleton State. 1, 2, and 3 right there. They are 7-0 on the year, and they have been doing well. Okay, they had a tough time the other day, but that is a team that has beat Army. They have beaten other teams this season that are good. I would not be surprised if they can go up into the bowl division and play against people like in the MAC. I would even say the Mountain West, and come out doing pretty well. I really believe that. So, but I'm going for Tarleton this weekend as well. They take on it is their homecoming on Saturday, and they are taking on West Georgia University, which is a conference game for them as well. So they are in conference actually right now. In a couple of weeks, they will travel over to Abilene Christian, and that will be a good game in itself. So there's that. In the NFL, as always, folks, the NFL, love the NFL, right? Don't we all love the NFL? No? Okay. Some do, some don't, whatever. So, okay, we got some, I think some okay games right here. Las Vegas at Kansas City. It'll be good. I think Kansas City got this one, though. Philadelphia at Minnesota. I am hoping for a Philadelphia loss. I'm picking Minnesota in this one right here. New York Giants at Denver. This is this New York team has all of a sudden gotten cool, and so I'm going New York Giants on this one. Washington at Dallas. What do we say about this? Go Dallas. I'm going Dallas on this one. Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football will be at Detroit. This will be a very good game. Baker Mayfield is showing a lot of life, and Detroit is not showing as much life this season. So Tampa Bay will take that win at Detroit. So, well, that's going to do it for today, folks. Thank y'all for listening in and watching with us. And y'all have a great weekend. God bless, and be safe out there. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this edition of the Sports Beat Show. The Sports Beat Show is a production of Town Talk Media.